Hi everyone, it's another day, another share. I'm here at the Olympia Arena in Deux, Montagne on April 30th. It's the start of the show and I have a few moments and I thought I would show you some of the quilts. So I will turn the camera around and I will walk through the show. It's not huge, but it is quite an array of good quilts, like really nice quilts. So I'm going to show you some of my favorites and then I'll show you some of the other ones. So I'm going to just turn the camera around. Just give me a second, okay? All right, got to put the mask back on. All right, so this one here is just stunning. Now, there doesn't seem to be any names or tags or anything on these. This is a local show. And I'm going to get some close-ups of this one. So let's go in close. Whoever did this one did a beautiful job in the quilting, beautiful job in the piecing. And she's added these beads, just phenomenal. Like it just makes a huge difference. And she's done some beading along the outer edge. She did a phenomenal job. And I love the fabric choices. I love they're almost like an African print. And I love the color that she chose for her thread for the quilting. And the quilting design is just really pretty. So I'm going to pull out again so you can see this completely up close. All right, so this one here is the Elizabeth Hartman Flamingos, but I'm going to pull it back, and they have up in this corner they have the head, and then they have in this corner the back end, and then down they have the feet in this corner and this corner. So I think this was really a cute way to display and do this quilt. It's stitched from, quilting is straight lines from this edge to that edge and then back, just all the way down. So, and let's just go a little closer. I can't tell if they've stitched. They chose not to stitch in the flamingos, which makes them kind of pop up a little bit. I think they stitched in the ditch. Yes, they did. So they stitched in the ditch. So let's see if we can see. Yeah, they stitched in the ditch. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but yeah, they did a really nice job. And I like the interpretation of this particular pattern. I think they did a good job. So let's go over to this one. Now this one here is a shag quilt. Let me step back. So I think she used a panel maybe for the eyes, like the nose and everything. And if I come up close again, this is rushed, like whatever it's called. So it's several layers and then cut down. So it might be a panel that she's put together and she just did this rushing on the, and then maybe applicate it down, or it was the whole panel. I don't know. I don't recognize. I recognize the sheep, but I do not recognize the actual. But it looks like it was paneled layer on top of layer. This is really cute. The little chickens. Look at those eyeballs. And this one is very nice. Also, I think this is gorgeous. And this one's fun because it's a dinosaur with the striped fabrics, and then she's got some mountains or something. Very good interpretation and great ideas. So, well, I think this is frozen, but I'm not sure. I'm kind of out of the loop on the little thing, the young, but well done. This one is really nice. To do those kind of, oh, it even looks better on camera. Like you really get the pattern look, okay? And I like it because the workmanship on this is very good, and I see that there's not a lot of points lost. To do these asymmetrical, now this one's interesting. This must come out of a stash. This is great stash buster. You have just lovely. So they have these half square triangles, and that's the block, and then they sashed them up, and they just did diagonal lines, and they did, this one's this way, but this one's this way, and this one's this way. So I think they did a fantastic job. Really great interpretation of a simple pattern turned into something spectacular. So there was a couple of other ones I wanted to show before. I think people are, I don't even know what time it is. We open at 10 and we close at 4. So if you're in the area, well, this, by the time I film this, or put it up on my website, the show will be over. But I thought I would share some of the quilts. This is really interesting. I like this one. This is another great way to get rid of fabric. I think these are 2.5 inch. They look like they would have been 2.5 inch strips. So Jelly Roll Buster. Yeah. It looks like it's all from the same collection, but really great way of doing, and it's got such a crisp to it. Now this one here, this one is really interesting. So it looks like a courtyard steps, or no, pineapple. But they started with a diamond, and then they worked out with these. So this is the diamond, and then they worked out. So great. And they worked out till here, and then there's another one here. So really great, and the quilting really enhances the whole quilt in itself. Now let's see. There's this one. I think it's something to do with the medical people. I mean, with nurses are angels of earth. Is it earth or faith? It looks like earth. And nursing is a work of heart. I heal. Hope. Nurses rock comfort. Well, this is a beautiful tribute to nurses that have and doctors that have really stepped up to the plate to look after all these people with COVID in the last 2 years, and for other reasons. Now this one is just a great way to get rid of. Now these are the little Volkswagen bugs, and I think it's pieced, and there's one down here. So, and it says LEO. So I don't know what that means. Love no. Hope? No. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what LEO means. If I find out, I'll let you know on another video. This is fun. Just simple squares, but the quilting is phenomenal. The quilting is actually the showcase in this, other than the fabrics. But you can see how the quilting is just phenomenal. They did a fantastic job in the quilting, and this is really nice. Now this looks like the back of the quilt. Yeah, it looks like the back of the quilt. They don't have one in front. So let's go around. Yeah, it's the back of the quilt. I like the embroidery on it. So this is the back of the quilt. This is the front of the quilt. So yeah, the back was spectacular, but the front is even more spectacular. So this is really nice. Let me get a little close up to it. So there's stippling in there, and then the lines here, and then stitched in the ditch here. It really enhances. Now this one, I don't know, those of you who have done my first mystery quilt, this is it. This is somebody's interpretation of my first ever Phyllis's mystery quilt along on Facebook. And she showed it to me yesterday, and I did not recognize it at all. Every one that has been shown to me of other people's choices of fabrics other than what I used has really made these quilts look very, very different. Now, she cross-hatched, and she did a really fantastic job on it. So that, and I love this fabric. And she jumped from that fabric and got these. And she said she pulled every one of these fabrics from her stash. She had enough. And that's what my mysteries are about, is to pull fabrics from your stash if you can, and only buy what you need. Now this pillow, I think, is the same designer as this quilt here. And what fun to take some extra blocks, maybe not the perfect ones, and turn them into a pillow. So let me see what else we have. Oh, we have Batman, Gotham City. Oh, this is really nice with these lighthouses and these little sailboats down here. Let me get close to the sailboats. The sailboats are nice. And these lighthouses, now I believe these lighthouses would have been, yes, they look like they've been a panel. And I really like the interpretation. And up in this corner is another 3 sailboats. And the quilting is good. The quilting is good. Anchors. See, there's little anchors and stuff. So really good pattern choice. Now this is interesting. The hexagons put together in a little wall hanging. I love the colors. I wonder if it represents, you know, the LGBTQ, an alternate. Don't get me. I can't remember the letters. I'm so bad at that. Okay, and oh, I didn't see this one yesterday. This is very striking. Look at that. That is very striking. Some stippling in the white. But the pattern, the colors, the patterns, just really striking. Now I'm seeing something. No, it's just a dot. I thought she might have tied, but no, it's a little yellow dot in the fabric. But the fabric choices, the color choices really make, look at that. When you step back on this, you get the, right here, there's the circle, and then there's just like these kind of alternative patterns. And when I look at it with my naked eye, I do not see the circle or this as well as I do on camera. It really shows up on camera. So that's a really nice one. Now there's one that I want to show before, and there's a couple more I want to show. So this one here, I just love it. It's like a garden with all the different flowers and the little gazebo, and just lovely. Now I want to get a close-up. I want to get a little closer because I didn't get close to this one earlier. Now look at the stitching she's done. She's done some really nice stitching. So she's chosen a pattern and she's duplicated it and made it fit into the different places. And then she's done this kind of little flower thing here with hearts around them. Just stunning. And then this border is like a little swirl to continue up. And then this one is almost like it has a feather and then another feather. Yeah, good, great choices. Now, oh, she's put birds in here. You can see the birds. Yeah, I really like this one. Really, really like it. Just the pattern itself and the workmanship was really well done. But look at that. That is just stunning. Now, there's no names on any of these. There's no info. I think they're doing a jury judge. Okay. Now this is fun because this is a big stash buster. And I think the block is this square and this and this, and then it's just rotated and turned. So well done. Now this one has a ribbon on it, and rightly so. Now let's get close up. So this is a technique called English paper piecing, and it's hand quilted. Ooh, don't see them often these days. The person who did this one has done a phenomenal job on the piecing and also on the quilting. Very, very well done. And the colors are just beautiful. With the frame, with this frame on, and then the flowers on the bottom, these flowers on the bottom, and then again, the flowers on the top. Very nice. And this is the Deux Montagne quilt. Very nice. I believe this is the Deux Montagne, I don't know what they're called, but each guild has their own quilt thing, and there's some really nice pictures. There's some information on either side. I won't get into it because it looks like it's all in French, and unfortunately I don't read French. So there's some old pictures. They must have dug deep for some of these pictures, you know. So, and then there's some appliques. This is so cute. Look at that. You know, they're depicting, they must have dug deep for these pictures. Somebody must have had them. And some police and firefighting badges. Some Olympic swimmers and skiers that maybe came from the Montagne. So this is a really nice depiction of the lifestyle and the community here in the Montagne. So I'm going to turn the camera around one more time, and I have my mask on because there's more people here, so I'm going to leave it on because there's quite a bit. And here in Quebec at the moment we are mandated to still wear masks indoors, so I'm following those rules. So, I hope you enjoyed this depiction of the Deux Montagne quilt show, and we will see you on the next day, another share. Happy quilting. Bye-bye.